Favorite household items of all time, because what it does, it just makes your life so much easier and it cleans your floors brilliantly. It's the CrossWave, guys. This is the latest model too. I have one of the originals way back when, and absolutely loved it. And why? Because you were never going to pre-vacuum and then mop your floors after that and spend half the day trying to clean your floors. This literally does it all at once. It can be a vacuum, it's going to be the best mop you've ever had, and it does them at the exact same time. So there's no more multiple steps to having to clean your floors. That's why so many people love it. We have a smoking good deal tonight, guys. Nobody's beaten our deal anywhere else. Instead of $229.99, we're at $149.99. That is $80 off the HSN price, which is already a good price. And of course, it's from our friends at Bissell, which is one of the premier names when it comes to cleaning. So, you know, Jenny Bond, who wants to do multiple steps when we're cleaning? Get it all done faster.
And I love being in this because this kind of reminds me of my home as a studio. So I use my CrossWave right here in my carpet. You're vacuuming and you're scrubbing, but because you're getting that multi-surface, multi-purpose formula and the brush roll, I can immediately now go right on to the floors. It's so fast and easy. But guys, this is the CrossWave, okay? So I just want to show you immediately. You will use it as your vacuum and how you can scrub and vacuum at the same time for any carpet or hard floor. But this is what it is. So that's actually 2 whole eggs on this floor. Now this is a marble, and I'm gonna go through the whole machine in a minute. When you see this, when you see that light, there's a clean formula tank in the back, and I'm actually putting clean formula directly onto the brush roll. This is 11 pounds, very fast swivel. It's amazing. Here we have spaghetti with spaghetti sauce. I'm not getting on my hands and my knees. There's no paper towel. You don't have to spread that around with a mop and bucket. Guys, you can eat off this floor. Now right here, we have applesauce, and that's like really sticky strawberry applesauce and cereal, okay? Super fast, super easy, not doing multiple steps. We're not late with the kids going to school. Now I'm gonna get this bowl over here. I'm gonna walk you through the machine. If this is the first time you've seen a CrossWave, this is Bissell's most innovative machine they've ever made. But if you are ready to upgrade your CrossWave, this is the all-new 2025. So here we go. When you get it home, this is going to be that clean formula tank that's always putting clean formula onto that brush roll. You're gonna add regular tap water right here, and then 2 ounces of that patented Bissell formula. It's gonna go right here in the back, and you're gonna hear that lock. Now, I just picked up the worst messes, right? I wanna show you what makes the CrossWave different. You're gonna get that accordion filter. This can come out. You just give it a little empty. Now this is where this CrossWave and the CrossWaves just really changed the world, okay? Like you're like, oh man, I'm gonna put it back dirty. No, Bissell has thought of everything. They've been around since 1876. So right in here is just regular tap water that I have in a cup. I'm gonna pour it into this tray. We're giving you the tray. This is your storage tray. This is also your cleaning tray.
But look, it's also, guys, if we widen out just a little bit, it's cleaning this part too.
Isn't that amazing?
I gotta tell you, from the original Bissell CrossWave, which is what I had for years, it did not self-clean. And here's the problem with it, and they figured it out. It would start to stink. So I would literally have to take the whole thing apart and clean because I love it. I love the concept. Like, oh my gosh, it vacuums, it washes, it mops, it cleans, it sucks all the stuff back up. It made life easier. But I had to take it apart and have to individually clean all the pieces. They got really smart and figured out how it's its own washing machine. That's the game changer there. So if you have got the old one like I used to have and you're ready to upgrade, get this model, because we all love the concept so much. And they've figured out everything to make it even better.
So here's the deal. Bissell is always coming up with new innovation. This is how you're going to vacuum and how you're gonna scrub. That's ice cream, okay? You would never do that with a regular vacuum because it would ruin the filter. You'd ruin the molder. If you have pets and you've never experienced a CrossWave, it is gonna change the way that you clean forever because it's gonna scrub and it's gonna shine and it's gonna do everything. Now, here we go. I'm gonna show you on this floor here, we just have regular coffee just for regular kind of vacuuming, okay? It is fast. You go right over, nothing scatters, okay? You would look at the shine, and it smells amazing. Bissell actually has a team of scientists that make their formula, so you can use it here in your wood floor. I can then use it right here on my carpet, okay? I don't have to switch anything. And then I can go right down here, and it's so fast and easy. Now, just to show you, in my hand, there's gonna be a picture of a rug or a hard floor. You don't have to choose. When you push rug, there's just gonna be a little extra formula if you want. If you do hard floor, there's a little bit less. You don't have to do any formula at all if you don't want to.
Now let me ask you don't have to post rinse this either.
At all, because it's doing it. That's a really good question, okay? Yep. So let me show you here. All you have to do, you fill this with regular tap water. I have more people who email me and write me about how much they love a CrossWave than anything else. The formula's there. I kick it on. When you see that light, that multi-surface, multi-purpose brush roll on the bottom is literally doing, look at the mud, that's unbelievable. Hundreds of rotations per minute, and the formula goes right here, but there's suction like a vacuum, so that area is almost completely dry. Now here we've just got the worst of the worst, like that could be in the bathroom, and we've got mud. Now, why this was kind of added, I think, there's so much bad weather, the snow, the ice, the salt. Winter is terrible for our floors, and we are just into like the 14th day of January, okay? So there is going to be a lot of rain, a lot of snow, a lot of ice, and a lot of wet, difficult cleaning. Yeah. I want you to look here, what you're not seeing. There is no pooling or puddling. There's no chemical residue. Here we've got crayon.
And stop for one second if you don't mind. Can you turn it off for 1 second? I want you guys to really look at that, guys. It's dry. Yeah. See, that's the thing. If you were, what would you normally do if you really think about a Saturday morning? You get up, you're like, oh, good Lord, I have to clean the floors. Yes. So you get the vacuum or the sticky vac out. You do that first. Yes. Then you're going to go back with the mop or the wetty wipes or whatever you have, and you're completely mopping second. Then you come back and you put 2 towels under your feet, and you scooch around because you're trying to dry the floor.
You got to dry it up, you think.
How many hours does that take, right? Yeah. So you avoid doing it. So your floors are basically filthy all the time because nobody wants to do that. With this, it all does everything at once. Here's what's amazing,
it's great on the ground,
is how much time you'll save in your life. Oh my gosh.
Because also, you don't have to get rid of the formula here. It actually just sits. That was SpaghettiOs and marker. This is literally called your all-in-one because you are one and done. Nobody says, man, I've got extra time to clean today. No. What also is great, this is dry, my marble's dry, I did my carpet. Then when you're done, of course you can empty, but let me show you here. This, unlike your mop and bucket that you've always got to touch and you're doing it with, you know, your hands, this is going to clean itself. The brush roll comes out, so you're also getting the drying rack. Awesome. Now this is the all-new exclusive teal. You can't get this color anywhere else. And this light right here, this is putting the formula right onto the brush roll, and I kind of call it the CrossWave car wash because I'm scrubbing the brush roll, and I want to show you too. You never are spreading dirt back onto your floor. So it's your carpets, it's your hard floors, it doesn't matter. If you've got pets or kids, you're gonna love it. So look, you take your brush here, let it dry. Then when it dries, you're just gonna take your brush roll and watch how it fits right just like this. You snap it on, it even says Bissell, there's no tools that you need. This is your 11-pound powerhouse. It sits on its own, you get its 2 tanks. So nice. You don't need this anymore. And I'm gonna show it on wood floors in a minute.
This is great.
Now, Bissell makes a lot of great stuff, okay? First of all, they don't make this. You don't need a mop and bucket. You're not gonna spread dirt. Imagine doing eggs or a pet mess here. But I just wanna also show you, okay? Now this used to be one of their very popular vacuums. It is so heavy and bulky, it does one thing, okay? So if you have any kind of dirt or grime, you've gotta do multiple steps. This is 17 pounds. The filter can't be cleaned. It really holds dust and it's very bulky. If you have wood floors, you would have to go ahead and vacuum that hair, then come out and get a special floor cleaner. With your all-in-one CrossWave, you're one and done. So watch what we can do here. I'm just gonna do the sticky. Now watch as it comes back, okay? This is just in the floor mode, multi-surface, multi-purpose formula. Look at the shine. It's so buffed and gorgeous. So you have wood, laminate, it doesn't matter. But then, if you have got dust bunnies, fur balls, you know the tumbleweeds, especially in wintertime, I'm now getting the hair, it's so fast, and then you just go right back over. I mean, look at that. There's no pooling or puddling, no sticky mess.
You know what's interesting, Jen, I was thinking too? I was thinking, well, if you just want to vacuum the dust up, that's fine. Yeah. But now, every time you vacuum, you're scrubbing your floors. Yeah. Like, why would you only vacuum and use it only in vacuum mode? You know, does that make sense? Yeah. Well, at the same amount of time, you might as well clean your floors while you're vacuuming.
My husband loves the CrossWave. It's the only thing that he uses. And I love a lot of my Bissells. I'm telling you, if you want to cut your time in half, this is no pooling or puddling. Your feet are going to feel great. A lot of times we take off for socks in the wintertime. Your floors feel great. great. Your grout is gonna look amazing. But the fact that I just scrubbed and I vacuumed my hardwood floor. Now remember, you can just vacuum because now we're gonna come here to the carpet and I can just vacuum. Because remember, it is a 2-tank system, but when I push this button here, there's a trigger that I'm putting the formula on the brush roll.
So when the light comes on,
yes,
the formula's going on.
That is what that means, but I'm doing it, right? There's a trigger. When I don't do it now, guys, I'm just dry vacuuming.
That's great.
Now, let me tell you why I would choose to do both here, because in wintertime, if you go into your house right now, there's just gonna be smells. It is. We got our windows closed, the heater's on, maybe not great circulation. So I just vacuumed here, but now look what I'm gonna do. Now I'm vacuuming, and I'm scrubbing right there. I'm taking out the stains. I'm taking out the smells.
Salt, the mud.
If you've got pets and there's urine smells or any of those things on your carpet, now you're literally vacuuming and scrubbing. And the best part is, this guy would never do that, okay? This guy doesn't clean himself. The mop and the bucket, I mean, forget about it. And if we've ever bought those disposable things, I'm glad that you mentioned that. Those used to be a great value, right? But you're still throwing everything away. You have to keep buying stuff. Okay, now they're like $65.
They're so expensive
They're
now.
so
like,
expensive,
what happened
and you
to
have to
those?
keep buying stuff.
Right.
Here, this cleans itself. None of those other things clean themselves, and that's what I love about Bissell. They've been around since 1876. That's
They're
almost
great
150 years. This cleans itself. Look how it's cleaning the inside. So if you're getting a really icky pet mess, you cleaned out the inside, you're cleaning the brush roll. When you're done, it stands up on its own. I love this teal. You only are gonna find this here. And I'm telling you, today is the day to try a Bissell, like your CrossWave upgrade.
Well, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It truly is a game changer.
Yeah.
Because who wants to do all those crazy steps? You don't have to. Like, let's say you just want to vacuum, you grab the Bissell. Let's say you just want to mop, well, you grab the same Bissell. But why don't you want to do it all at the same time? So now your floors, every time you walk in your house, you go, oh my gosh, it smells so good in here, and it's so shiny and clean, and my floors almost shine like pearls, right? They look so good. So if you're thinking about vacuuming, you might as well clean them at the exact same time. You're not doing multiple steps anymore. I do want to show this too, because this is really what it brought home for me. Okay, so whoops, I'm in the kitchen cooking, which is a total lie, because I'm never in there with my sassy sold-out boots and my Jacqueline Smith jacket. But here's what happened. I spill eggs. Now, what will we all do? Well, even if you grab the mop's just gonna smush it around and send it everywhere. So what do? We're gonna grab an entire roll of paper towels, and we are going to attempt to clean this disgusting egg up. Look what's happening,
so
guys.
gross, actually.
Even in my best chance, I'm gonna even try to grab, come here.
Yeah.
Okay, now look, that is so disgusting. Look at that, it's so gross, and I'm using paper. Then guess what?
right here.
Guess what I have
Here
to
you
do
go.
after that? Thank you.
Yep.
Then I've got to go and get something wet,
Yep.
because it's all the leftover egg yolk. Watch what happens now.
So watch what we're gonna do. And again, I want you to think of the worst of the worst or the easiest messes you've ever had. This is gonna get it all done. So this is a really expensive hardwood floor. We already saw what happened with Suzanne there. And do you hear that suction? I am telling you, with your Bissell, it is so fast. And look, there's no pulling or puddling, and you do it in one pass. Okay, here we go, you guys. That is spaghetti with spaghetti sauce, okay? I'm telling you, it can be soup. I love coffee grinds, because like we have a couple of coffee bars in our house. We all make our own coffees. It's so fast and simple. It is January. The holidays are just longer than ever, and we're all just trying to get our houses back to normal. I tell you what, I can't get my house clean enough after the holidays. I think my favorite day is decorating, and my favorite day is then bringing it down. Like, those are my two favorite days. This does it all, and what's great, if you take a second and look at this floor, you could eat off it. This is streak-free. There's no chemical residue. Just look at that gorgeous shine. And then everything is trapped right in here. You don't have to touch the mess. Now this you can just take out. You can rinse it if you want to. This is the #1 product that more people talk to me about than anything else.
Yeah.
And then what?
You know, it's so funny. It's the one I tell people about too. I'm like, oh no, you gotta get the CrossWave. It's like, who wants to work harder cleaning? It just cuts down your time so much. Okay, quick update.
Yep.
Guys, this is normally almost $17 to ship to you. It's free shipping tonight. Take take advantage of it. The price, you're saving $80 simply because you're buying it from us and nowhere else. So we have an amazing value, can't be matched at this point that we know of anywhere else. So this is your time to stop doing all the crazy steps. I mean, we modernize our phones. We're not using a flip phone from way back when. We want the latest technology. Why not modernize how you clean? Why not make it a whole lot easier and not take up as much time? I mean, Jen, seriously, I would rather do anything than spend Saturday cleaning.
Well,
and this really, and you know what else? You'll find you'll do your floors more often because it is so easy.
It is easy, but you can literally use this for an enormous mess or just your grab and go. That is why the CrossWave has changed it. You don't need to have the storage for this anymore.
How many 5-star reviews now? Because it's a huge customer pick.
Oh my gosh, thousands. I mean, I think 1,200 or something. Like, people love this machine.
5-star reviews, yeah.
And more people write to me, if you have pets or kids, it's a game changer. Now, I don't have paper towel, but I want you to look here.
I used it, sorry.
This, look at this right here. This is so caked on, it can't even come up. So I want to show you that it's so versatile and like just, you're going to use it everywhere. And this is kind of like me, when I moved my couches after the tree, what in the heck is on the floor?
How did they get under there?
So I want you to watch why I love this floor is because of the grout lines. This is what my husband and I love. I have deep grout in the kitchen. Look at the one pass. Do you see that edge-to-edge cleaning? You don't have to do multiple steps anymore. You're literally one and done. And look how easily I swiveled.
And you know, I'm gonna mess up your demo for you.
Go for it.
Because here's why. How many people, we had those horrible hurricanes come through, or maybe you've busted like a pipe underneath your sink.
Yep.
And guess what happens? Water has just spilled.
Okay,
like
here we go.
Water is dripping out of a busted pipe. You're gonna pull this out to even use it in some of those circumstances.
Exactly.
Like, you ever had your washing machine overflow and there's water in your laundry room?
My house was in havoc. I'm telling you,
You
my
have an old house,
CrossWave,
right?
I have an old house on the beach, and we've talked about it a lot. I mean, the CrossWave saved us, okay? In our house, we had a lot of water come in. We just had gunk all over our floors. I'm not gonna go and do multiple steps. The formula also that you're getting here, so I can vacuum and I can scrub. Also, here's ice cream that's so easy to pick up. It's so fast and easy, but you're getting right under the baseboards, everybody, okay? So I could get underneath the stove where there was grime. Look at that suction right there. It's so powerful. You can get all of the messes. This would have taken me hours. I would have had to get on my hands and my knees to do it any other way. So it is something, there is nothing else like the CrossWave on the market. There is not. You don't have to switch a mop head. You don't have to do anything. It's that full 2-tank system, but it's simple. You don't ever have to touch the mess. Look at this. Everything is picked up here. And I'm going to take what Suzanne did, and I'm even going to go one more step, okay? So we're going to go ahead. She did water, all right? Now here we go. Have you ever, now that's wine, okay, lots of wine. Now we're gonna do a little bit of milk. We'll do a little bit of, oh, that is really thick milk. I don't know why all this food tonight, I'm like, ooh,
And think, if that was on my floor right now, I'd be like, okay, get me 2 rolls of paper towels.
Yeah.
Or get me a towel from the laundry that I'm gonna ruin.
Yeah.
I will ruin a towel having to clean this up.
You would say, I sacrificed the towel, but I want you to watch the edge to edge. Now remember, 2-tank system, are you watching closely? You can do everyday messes. Look at how it pulls it up before I get there. There's simply Bissell, and then there's the other guy. Okay, we've only had, I think, 1 airing this year since, I mean, we just got these back in stock. We're so excited. Look at that. But I can just do regular dirt on my carpet. So I just want to show you the flexibility of this. There is no mess, and I'm speaking to you honestly, there's no mess that I have never not been able to pick up on air here with the CrossWave. I've never. I mean, it really is. I never worry.
We do ridiculous messes. One time somebody challenged her, oh, stop. She was like, oh, you want a bigger mess here? I mean, there's just